So just to kind of, so I understand, because there's a lot of things. So you have then MCP connections into typically Claude Cowork or Claude Code with Meta, Motion, and Kaizen, and that's kind of where you do the brainstorming, creating scripts, or working on strategy.
Yeah.
And then
let me
yes.
put on Kaizen, because that's actually an interesting one that I glazed over there. So, I mean, it's really good to bring in motion and meta information. That's all the numbers, right? And that's all the quantitative data. But what we miss, and a lot of times marketers miss this, is the qualitative data that comes with it. So talking to the marketing manager, talking to the founder, like what they're actually trying to do, and everyday conversations. It's not just conversations of like, we're sitting down to talk about this. It brings in the conversations from the account manager with them, or might be talking to the operations manager in the company. All of that's recorded and brought into Kaizen, which is where we record all our calls, but it actually allows us to understand sentiment analysis, understand what's really good and what's really bad, what they really like, and brings that information into the strategy. So it's like the founder might have talked about it this way, or whatever the conversations might happen, that connects in them with motion and metadata to be able to give you information in a much richer format rather than just looking at numbers, because we're not.
Okay, so Kaizen is like connecting all the transcripts and all the kind of all that data. So that is kind of the intelligence, the client intelligence layer of it.
Yes,
Got it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, and again, your team is using Claude Cowork or Claude Code with these MCPs to kind of connect everything.
Every single person in our company has a Claude Pro account, straight up. Like, that's just the standard, because so many people in the industry, in the agency world, have gone, I'm not too sure, should I be using AI or not? We just went headfirst into it. Said, right, everyone has a Claude account, a paid Claude account that they can use, that comes with Claude Code, Claude Design, and we keep those in Claude projects as well per client.
That's cool. Just to jump in, because again, I'm super nerdy about this, and this is exciting for me. So I've looked a little bit at ARC ads and those kind of things. I think that's really, really good, and I see a lot of other agencies are using it. Claude Design is a bit new, I think, and so how do you work together with those things? Like, super practically, how would your team combine those two to create an output?
Yeah. So the way we would do it is we create the initial designs and the initial briefs with Claude, and Claude would then be connected. And that will go into the slow thinking now shortly, but they would design briefs and everything out through that. That would input into ARC ads. It would actually bring in different aspects of winning creative and performing creative out of that into a brief for ARC ads. ARC ads then goes and creates the basic structure of the ad with all of the creative in it. Might be a UGC person talking about a certain product with the product in their hand. We then bring that into Claude Design to actually be able to build out statics, build out kind of iterations on that, so that we're not just launching with one version of it, but it's several versions of the one. So it might and we'll use something like HeyGen that might take that and actually translate that into 6 different languages. So we work with people all across Europe that want to translate into those different languages. So it'll take the initial ad and translate those really, really quickly. So it's all about, one of the things when you're using across like Claude Design and ARC and everything else, is it's kind of token maintenance, I call it. So if you just start throwing it all into one AI, it uses all your tokens really, really quickly. But if you're clever about where you brief it, so for Claude Design, if you get your briefing and everything else done before you get to the design stage and use it in actual Claude Code, it doesn't burn as many tokens in Claude Design, and that will